And we're live. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. We're already the end of the month of July. This is a very hot summer for many of you, it seems. And like at the end of every month, we run this demo day event where you get a chance to see some of the products and services that are being developed by some of the Blockchain Game Alliance members and earn some cool prize after. So today we will be lucky to see four great products. But right before that, I'd like to introduce you to the Blockchain Game Alliance. If you're not familiar, we're an organization whose main mission is to promote the adoption of blockchain technology within the broader game industry by highlighting all the potential way like decentralized gaming, NFTs, DeFi, DAOs, etc., can enable game creators to make games in a new manner or publish them, offer new ways for players to engage with and potentially earn a revenue with play to earn, and obviously build stronger communities around games. We provide an open forum for individuals and companies to network, speak together, generate business, and collaborate. Potentially be involved into research and reporting group, representing those blockchain companies at various events and like today during this demo day, allowing them to show to new users what they are doing and attract players and users. And of course, advocating for the benefit of blockchain within the broader video game industry. I'd like to give a big thanks to our sponsors, AMD, Antler Interactive, Splinterlands, Ubisoft, Illuvium, Zaya, One Way Block, Fear, Star Atlas, Mobox, Gamelove, Vulcan Forge, Arc.io, Non-Fungible, Digital Entertainment Asset, GamerHash, Dapp, IOI, TriumphX, Drops, Algorand, NRKX, Boston Protocol, Chromia, Polygon, Nexttype, Yoshi, Anyoka Brands, Contribune, Galaxy Interactive, Consensus, Tezos, Akenun, Polkadot, and Dapp Radar. Also, we're really thrilled to see the BGA keeps growing month after month. We have now more than 230 members coming from all corners of the industry, whether they are games and gaming companies, chains and protocol, developer solution, wallets, marketplaces, esports, press, media, investors, legal firms. You will find at the BGA all type of companies who share this common goal and can help through their network and assist you also as well. We host various events almost once a week, sometimes twice, which include interviews, workshop on various thematic, series of panels, new member presentation, panels, as well as a demo day like today. And without any further ado, let's see which great games and product we are going to discover today. So we're going to see Utrust, NFThub, Dapp, and Splinterlands, who is one of our sponsors as well. We'll start with NFThub with Bruce the Goose, if I pronounce it correctly.
Yep, how's it going? NFThub is, as a high-level overview, a resource and discovery portal for pretty much all things NFT. It's designed to be blockchain agnostic as far as resources and content and whatnot, but it's built on Polygon primarily. I'll pull up my screen here. It's been a little over a year in the making, I want to say, at this point. It started as I was just going to do a directory of NFT projects and things like that because it's needed, I think. And then I got a little carried away with it, but I think it's pretty exciting. So we've got a ton of use cases for our token. I won't go through them all individually, but there's a fair bit of them. Some of the exciting ones include NFT farming and governance and regular yield farming. I've got a bunch of different stuff going on all the time. Links down here to all the primary sources of info and content or data about NFTs. We are working on a marketplace. It's deployed through Unifty, which is I don't know, a contract factory. I won't pull all this up right now, but that's in the works. It's not really ready yet. like within the tokenomics, we have like embedded slingshot, so you can look at the charts and get the token right from here. We also have a custom deployment of Pool Together, which is a no loss lottery, and that runs automatically with verified on-chain randomness every 2 weeks. That's just info about the token uses. So this is the directory. This is all permissionless and nearly instant. Like anybody can come on here and put their project or platform or resource for free, and like pretty much instantly. Like there's no approval or anything. It'll just post from the back end, like just a quick form. Like as soon as you fill it out, it basically just needs like a quick refresh and it updates the directory thing. So if you're familiar with Product Hunt, that was the inspiration for that. And there's a community event calendar where anybody can submit events. Anybody can subscribe, like add syncs it to your Google or Outlook or iCal calendar, and then every time there's an event, you'll get it updated on your calendar as well. And we're going to be doing curated NFT drops with different artists. We have accounts set up on a bunch of different platforms, just like help people get more visibility. And we have social features. The town hall, as we call it, is a lot like Twitter, the way it works. So there's different feeds. Everybody can apply to create a new one for like different community or category. And it's a lot like any other social feed, really. Like it's just takes a minute, but it's very Twitter-esque. Short posts, you can follow people, they can follow you, etc. There's like I think 5 different groups right now set up for that. And there's also, in addition to that, there's a open forum. It all likes to load a little slow because there's so much going on. There's a good chance I'll trim it down at some point if certain functions aren't getting used or whatever, but forums are easy. And then we're calling them quests, I think is a fun way to do it. I did my best to add gamification. So these are basically guided learning modules, for lack of a better explanation. And by doing them, like you get different rewards, which is all manual at the moment. We haven't really found a good way to automate it, but like this one, for example, is just like going over. It's basically a guided tour of the website. Like takes you through all these, and then there's a little questionnaire at the end to make sure that you actually like went through it all. And soon the quest part will be token gated, because as part of the gamification, you can stake our token to earn NFTs, and there's NFTs created to we'll get there in a second. There's ones that represent 4 different factions, and every time somebody completes a quest, they will gain points for their faction, and at the end of every month or quarter, we haven't determined the exact time, the winning faction will get additional rewards. And like the only way to get those NFTs that will be used for the token gating is by staking the tokens to earn them, which is also deployed through NFT. I'm going to connect to bring this up. Come back to that momentarily. I'm going to pull them up on OpenSea for a moment. These are the different faction emblems. And there'll also be private groups in Discord for each of the factions. And then we're considering doing a custom social feed, like in the town hall section for each one as well. And on top of the NFT farms, we have a couple third-party yield farms set up. And then we have the NFT Time podcast, which I started last year, and I haven't really had a lot of time to do this year, but we're trying to get back into it. We've been doing nearly every week we do an AMA in the Discord of the different NFT project. And then lastly, there's a handful of different third-party tools. Like this is I don't really know exactly what you would call it, but it's a small contract that one of the founders of Async Art wrote before they did Async Art. where you can load up any ERC 721 that you own, and you can append a short written message to it on chain. And I thought that was really cool. And I asked Conlan if it was okay if we added it, and he said it was fine. And same thing with all these other tools. I talked to the person who created it to make sure it's okay. This is like if you have transactions stuck, this will like cancel all of them for you. And now there's a multi-send, which like you can batch send NFTs or tokens. And Revoke, I think, is a really good tool. It'll check all your token allowances. Like for people that are newer to space, like when you sign like an allowance for Uniswap to spend your make or die, for example, like you're basically giving the Uniswap contracts unlimited spending permissions for it. And like Revoke will let you see what contracts have access to spend what tokens and allow you to revoke those permissions. So basically, it initially started as like even last summer. Yeah, sounds not great. I just saw that comment. But last summer there was a whole ton of stuff going on, and like it was a lot of it to keep track of. And there's not an easy way to find all of it, really. Like Google, I guess, is your best bet. But I figured if there's a public registry that anybody can list their projects on, then it simplifies it. Same with the events calendar. Like the best we have really for that is Twitter, and a lot of us, I'm sure, miss a lot of the things on Twitter as far as different things going on. There's a attempt at like aggregating the extremely rapidly expanding NFT space. So that is NFThub in a nutshell. There's a lot more planned as well. We're going to do community game nights in the Discord. We're thinking of doing an esports team for NFT-based gaming. A whole bunch of ideas. And it's all meant to be community-focused and community-driven. It's free forever for everybody.
Well, that's a lot of things. So we always know how hard sometimes it is to fit a whole demo in 10 minutes. So good job here, Bruce. Definitely what I like during the demo days is like we get to see sometimes there's some small hiccups, sometimes we're on testnet only, etc. That's the live product. That's also how users get to interface with it. But there's a lot of very cool ideas already here. Do you want to share with us like are you live on mainnet? Do you have any metric on YouTube?
So all the sites live at NFThub.xyz, and all the like blockchain interaction features are all live on Polygon mainnet.
That's dope. And is there a particular project or a collection of NFTs that you recommend us to check this week or this upcoming on your calendar, for example?
I think one that's really cool to check out, it actually just sold out yesterday, is Whelps. They are they're like collectible dragons, and they evolve every 30 hours until they get to full grown. Like they started as eggs, and then they went to baby, like the eggs hatched, and you got to see your dragons, and then they just evolved into whelp stage, and then there's young adult and adult still over the next couple days, and they gain a new trait every time they evolve. So like the rarity can change every day. It's a really cool project.
That sounds like a game that should join the Blockchain Game Alliance. So we see it as well, I guess. All right.
I'll mention them.
Cool, thanks. All right, so let's see if there is any question from the audience, and then I guess we'll jump into the prize. So here, looks like we have one user here who got some whelps. Nice. Got me curious. Let's get some whelps as well.
Yes, absolutely wonderful. So I think it's good time now to be going on to the demo quiz, I would say. So Bruce, thank you so much for your presentation. I love to see how much you've been going through during the pandemic. So I think this has been a great time for us to be thinking about how to develop our project. So I love to see how much has been going through in the past months. So thank you for the presentation. So you have the question in the chat if you can see it. So we are going to be sharing the live question to all of you watching, guys. Get ready to give us an answer, and we will also announce the prize. So Bruce, after you with the question and the prize.
Yeah, the question is, what artist or project would you want us to approach about being added to either an artist added to the Farm Rewards or a project potentially sponsoring or providing prizes for the Quests feature?
Awesome. So we'll take about a minute for everyone to think about what's the correct answer. In the meantime, I don't know if you want to announce anything that is coming up or how you see the project developing in the upcoming months.
Yeah, so we recently set up applications on the blog page for like if you want to write about NFTs for the NFThub blog, like you can apply to have submissions entered, and then I think another really exciting thing we're working on is the marketplace setup, which we're going to do a different UI for it, but there's a couple pretty cool features with Unifty. Like you can wrap a 721 and fractionalize it into 1155s, which is pretty interesting. And then to like to redeem the underlying 721, you have to have every single fraction. So that's kind of a cool feature. And then we have the DAO just recently got that set up for the Malak. So like I said, it's like all meant to be community focused, and I don't really want to be in charge of it. Like I built it because I needed it, but like everybody's welcome to contribute to it or make suggestions or join the DAO and have a direct influence over what happens.
That's very decentralized in spirit. So that's the right spirit. Another question. I feel like it's very open-ended. So I wonder how you'll pick the winner here.
Yes, I can see a few answers. So, Bruce, I don't know if you've noticed any correct one already, but
I'll probably just like pick somebody random, and the prize will be one of the emblems for the factions, which is pretty much whatever you want. One of the four.
Awesome. So while you pick on the lucky winner, I'll play a jingle. So we'll get a few extra seconds for you guys to share any answer you may have in mind. Here we go.
Oh, right. We changed the jingle.
We changed the jingle. Oh, quite a few names there. So, Bruce.
I'm going to roll up 1 through 1.
Just what is the price again before you pick the winner?
Their choice of one of the 4 faction emblems, which are the House of Chaos, House of Order, House of Strength, and House of Wisdom.
Ooh.
See here. 1, 2, 3.
Suspense.
7. I believe that is Zach Kenny.
Okay, so it looks like we have a winner.
All right.
Yes, congratulations. Congrats.
Which faction you want, and I will get that sent over to you. You can just DM me your address. You got my Discord. I'll get that sent to you.
Wonderful. So I'll be sharing also my email here so you can get in touch directly with the BGA, and we'll put you in touch with Bruce so you can DM Bruce directly. But yeah, congrats, Dapp. Amazing. And thank you so much, Bruce, for being with us and presenting NFThub. Great job.
Happy to. Thank you.
Wonderful. So I think now we're moving on to our next presenter, which is Miguel from TokenWise. Welcome, Miguel.
Hello. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen.
Are you going to drive?
If there's time, there might be some driving involved. So that's why I'm in this position in my gaming computer. Sorry if I'm not looking.
I love this setup.
Yeah.
I'm going to start by sharing my Is it looking good? I'm sharing my Chrome browser.
Yeah, showing now.
Okay. So I'm Miguel from Lisbon, Portugal. I'm a computer engineer, and I'm also an avid gamer and the co-founder of TokenWise, that is a startup focused on blockchain gaming, and also of the GGDApp project. And the GGDApp basically is a crypto gaming and DeFi ecosystem that has NFTs at its core, and that aims to reward all the ones that help a gaming project to be a success. And those are the gamers, of course, the developers, and also the investors. And so just to briefly show you how the GGDApp works. Basically, we will have a rewarding system that is similar. To make it simple, we got inspired in the Bitcoin model, where every period of time there will be GG tokens being sent has rewards for the players, for the developers, and also for the ones for the investors or the liquidity providers that are staking their tokens in our platform. And we want to integrate in this crypto gaming platform our own games, but also external games. At this point, we are developing our own games, and we are refactoring so that the platform is also prepared for external games. And so our focus at this point, it's in the first two integrations of GGDApp. That is one of them is a game, a browser-based game inspired in the movie Waterworld, where you can earn crypto by destroying other pirate ships, and also collect NFTs from the sea. I'm going to show you. So this is, let me select the right network. At this point, this first integration, called Pirates 2048, is in it's in Polygon network, and it's still in beta version. Let me select Matic. Okay. Are you able to see it? I'm not sure if.
No, we just see your.
You see my website. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me share another screen. Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's coming up now.
Okay.
Here we go.
So this is the first integration, one of the first integrations, the browser-based pirate ship battle game inspired in Waterworld. At this point, it's in Polygon mainnet, still in beta version, but you can already try it. At this point, the most interesting moments to try is when there are tournaments. We are organizing several tournaments also to discover issues in the current development, and also to reward the beta testers that are helping us in the development. But at this point, you can already try, and I'm going to just jump into the sea arena to see if there's anyone there. You can buy a ship that is a proper pirate ship, or you can just to try to steal a fishing boat. So I was able to, let me just pause the music so you can hear me better. In this sea arena, you can try to discover what we call the ether stones that gives you points. In the future will be also a crypto. So I have here two pirate ships already trying to catch me, and my objective is to survive. And well, I wasn't very successful, but basically the objective here is to collect the ether stones to increase my points, and at the end to qualify for the grand tournament at the end of the year. Every year we will organize a grand tournament, and the best players will qualify, and for that you need to be in the top 5 of the leaderboard, or you must have a tournament ticket, NFT, that you can collect also in the sea arena. We just launched recently a version where we introduced, also there's no more fishing boats available to steal, so I have to buy one ship. Let me buy one then, so I can show you a bit more. While this is confirming, let me show you the leaderboard. So at the end, this top 5 we will qualify for the grand tournament, and you can also qualify having a qualified tournament NFT. That's one of the interesting parts for the players, but also interesting will be for the players to discover in the sea arena other NFTs, for example, survivor art NFTs that will be, of course, NFT collectibles, but will also help you to discover the story about the game. So my proper pirate ship has arrived. Let me see if I do a better job now, and if I manage to find one of the battles that can have a tournament NFT. At this point, it works like loot boxes. Works like loot boxes where you can find an NFT, or it might be an empty bottle. There are not many, so at this point I'm not finding anyone, but I already collected some good points. You can collect points by collecting these stones and by destroying other player ships. I was destroyed once again, but I guess you got the idea. At this point, we are focused on integrating the NFTs. We already have the tournament NFTs, and during August we plan to add the survivor art NFTs, so that will be even more interesting for you to jump into the sea arena to try to collect these NFTs. So this is our first integration. Our second integration, it's not a game, it's a marketplace called Sim Thunder, and this is for the ones who are familiar with sim racing. This is a market to allow everyone to buy and sell items related to sim racing. That is virtual racing online using a simulator. And if you race in this kind of competitions, there are several items that are important. One of them, of course, if you are in private leagues, you can have NFTs representing ownership of your car in the private leagues. Other items are car setup files that are mechanical adjustments for the cars that can make the difference between winning and losing a race, and also skins. Something not loading here, but car skins that are paints for you to run your own paint scheme inside a simulator. There are already services where you can buy this kind of items like car setup files, but we thought that there was lacking a kind of decentralized service where anyone could buy and sell this kind of items. The ones that exist are proprietary, like sim racing setup shops. And in this marketplace, you have the chance to buy from anyone who's willing to sell a setup file. And something interesting that you can do in this marketplace, you can mint your own NFT representing, for example, car ownership in a private league. In sim racing, there are a lot of competitions online using several simulators, and there are several private leagues. And so if you are owner of a private league, you can create, for example, an auction to have people to bid on the entries for your private league. You can have a prize for the winner, and you have a limited number of entries in your private league, and then people can buy those entries represented by an NFT, so that they can be the owner of that car in the private league, or they can even sell for someone else that ownership, or hire someone to drive for them in this private league, and get split the price. So, for example, if you want if you have a private league, you want to sell your ownership NFT, you can do it from our marketplace. I will just put here an example. BGA Summer Series, for example, Blockchain Game Alliance League with all the members racing against each other. And I'm going to put here the number of the car and the price of this entry in this private league. It can be different simulators. I will choose Assetto Corsa, and I will choose this image that is a car skin in iRacing. This one was done by one of our partners. Okay, this is not correct file type. Sorry. Let me see. This probably will not go ahead. Let me try again. Okay. I needed to change network first. Sorry. This marketplace is at this point also in beta, in private beta. In Rinkeby test network, you can request access to try this beta if you are owner of our GG token. Let me try once again to mint BGA series. Car number 1, file price 001, Corsa. Okay. Let's hope Murphy doesn't show up meanwhile. We launched new versions this week, so bear with me if not everything is working. Let me jump to the front page. Okay, I had here the confirmation. So let's try. A one. I'm going to choose Seto Corsa, and once again I will try to mint the. Okay, now it seems to be working. I have the MetaMask confirmation, and I will mint NFT that represents the car ownership, the car ownership in this series that I called Blockchain Game Alliance series. Let me see the item. So this is just an example image. This is, by the way, a skin that was done by Dr. Hagen, a partner that will be one of the first using our marketplace. They are a gamer energy drink, but they want to get into the gaming space and in the crypto gaming space, and will use our marketplace to mint their own skins and NFTs, and this is one of them. If you check the homepage, you can see that we already had other ownership NFTs. For example, this Sim Thunder Trophy 2021, the number 11 car ownership. And if I buy it, then the NFT will be transferred to my wallet, and I will be able to present it to the league owner to validate my entry on that private league. So let's just confirm that this is working. You don't see my. You are only seeing Sim Thunder, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you see now Etherscan, right?
Yeah, we can.
So
Maybe just to be mindful of time.
yes.
We'll need to cut in
how much time do I have?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay.
We're a bit exceeded, but
okay.
it's interesting to see everything. So we didn't want to stop the action.
No,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll just to better illustrate what for the ones who are not familiar with sim racing, I'm just going to where is the I'm just going to share my simulator window for you, just to have a taste of what is why this kind of stuff is important. So are you able to see now the another window, the my
Yep.
Yeah, we can see the
simulator.
simulator now. Yeah.
So this is basically one of the simulators that we are working with iRacing. This is nothing developed by us, of course, but it's one of the simulators where you will have setup files, car ownership, NFTs, and other kind of NFTs. For example, you can have representing car parts and create a kind of marketplace in each private league. And for example, when you go to the garage, you see that you have a lot of mechanical adjustments that you can do. And this is why one of the items that we are selling, the car setup files, are so important, because they have all of these settings that can make the difference between having a winning or a losing car. It's the car setup, the car setup files, that it's like gold for sim racers. And so just to finalize, I'm going to give you a little taste of iRacing. This is a IndyCar. So if I have a good setup on my car, I will be fast. If not, problems like this can happen, and you can lose your race. So just to give you a little brief taste of what sim racing is about. Is people competing in their own sims against each other in online competitions, and it's one of my passions, and that's why I wanted to show you. So this is
That's
it.
awesome.
This is
Congrats,
it.
Miguel.
Thank
That's
you.
very
Sorry
nice.
for exceeding my time. I was a bit. I lost a bit the notion of time. Sorry about that.
That happens a lot
Yes.
when you're playing games. And playing games for revenue is, well, I can't imagine.
Yeah, thank you so much for showing us. I think it was great to see the process and all the minting, the transaction, and then seeing it played live, from the car. So thank you so much. I think it's time now to move on to the quiz
You're
part. So you should have the question in the chat. Let me know if you can read it, and Luis will be ready to share it on screen. So everyone, pay attention, because now is your time to share your answer. So get ready for that. And Miguel, if you can tell us the question and remind us of the price.
Okay. So the question is, what movie inspired our first game, our first integration, Pirates 2048? What movie inspired us? And the price is $50 in GG token. So good luck for everybody.
Okay, so we'll have about 60 seconds, so a minute to you guys find the answer. So while we wait for that, Miguel, if there's any news or any upcoming plans that you want to share with us?
Sure. Like I said, at this point in this quarter, we are focused in these two integrations, Pirates 2048 and Sim Thunder. We want to develop our own games in gaming platforms. We want to focus on simple but fun game formats, like you saw in Pirates 2048. That is easy for people without knowledge of blockchain or even cryptocurrencies. They can easily jump in and then start to know about crypto after already being involved, starting to know more about crypto. And we are focused on these first two integrations, and until the end of the year, we hope to have GG Dapp itself live, and by that time you will be able to stake and earn from all the ecosystem, yeah, that's pretty much at this point.
Awesome. Okay, I see quite a few answers that came through already, so I'll just play the jingle and then let you, Miguel, pick the winner. Okay, here we go. All right. So,
So
do you see any answer correct?
yes, I see several correct answers. So should be the first one, right?
Yes, just pick a randomly
Random.
select one
Uh,
that has provided the correct
yes.
answer. If you want to say
Yeah,
what the answer is, and then you can announce
should
the
be a
winner.
random one. Okay. Yes. Okay. So the answer is Waterworld, and the winner is Luci Gale. So congratulations, Luci Gale. I hope you become also one of our players.
Congrats again, Lucy. And to claim your prize, please get in touch with me, Serena at blockchaingamealliance.org, and we'll put you in touch with Miguel to claim your prize. But thank you so much, everybody, for participating. And thanks again, Miguel, for presenting your project.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so our next presenter on the agenda, just pulling the screen back on, is Splinterlands. So we should have Agrod with us.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Hey, yes, loud and clear.
Fantastic. I'm okay. I'm in a coffee shop. I've been traveling and trying to go do as many different things for Splinterlands as humanly possible. It's been a little crazy. So sorry for a bit of background noise here. You guys still able to hear me okay?
No problem. We're all traveling around the world in this decentralized new system, economy, and so on. So no worries. So whenever you're ready to share your screen and present your project,
sure.
Stage
Let me
is yours.
Try to screen share. All right, share this screen. Yep. Okay, so now, can you let me know if you can see a Splinterlands screen?
Yeah, we can.
All right, fantastic. Well, welcome to Splinterlands. Splinterlands is a trading card game, and it's built using blockchain technology. We're built on the Hive blockchain, which is a fork of Steam. Most people knew Steam because of its blogging platform, Steemit. There was a little kerfuffle with Justin Sun when he purchased the Steemit blogging company, and so we forked off onto Hive. So you might have heard us by our original name, which was Steam Monsters, but the game is currently known as Splinterlands. And things have been going crazy. I don't even know how to share all the different pieces of this in a 15-minute window, but we recently launched a governance token called Splinter Shards, and it has driven so much adoption. It's like really difficult to comprehend for us. To put this in perspective, we worked for 3 years to go get up to 100,000 registered users, and that we hit that on June 8th. So in a little over a month, I'm up to like 170,000 users. So we've nearly doubled in a month. For like registered accounts, or I guess it is registered, but then we also have like paying customers. We're up to about 40,000 now. So, for like a real blockchain game, or for like a AAA game, we're still pretty small. But for blockchain gaming, and especially for the ways that people interact with us, there's a ton that you can do here. So first off, some of that growth also means that parts of this aren't even totally there anymore. So the way that our business actually makes money for us is that we sell card packs. And then players come in. We try to target one edition of card packs per year. And, by doing that, we can allow people to come in for pretty inexpensive points, because we sell our packs for $2. So we try to make it really accessible, really affordable. We also introduced land into the game, but not only did we sell out of our packs, we're also currently sold out of land. But in the game, you have summoners and you have monsters, and with land, you can actually mint items and spells. And so that's kind of the next major rollout for us, is getting the land out, because all of this was the pre-sale, and we're looking forward to getting that out. We have one last edition that's currently available. I guess I have 70,000 packs left. And then we even have skins and cosmetics, but a lot of these have been maybe not entirely sold out, but a lot of our skins, those have been selling too. Anyways, once you're into the game, one of the first things you can do is you can take a pack, And you can open that pack and you can see kind of what cards are in this thing. So this second, it's actually pinging the blockchain. So it takes 6 seconds to go open a pack, and that's because it's asking the blockchain what should be in there. So that's good. That's even better. So I got 2 gold foil cards. This is a gold foil common. This one is a gold foil rare, but this rare is a little bit different. This is a summoner. So I guess we'll go look at what this card is currently worth. But before we do that, I'm going to go click on this. So it's important that you don't just like mint your own. Like we're not just sitting there minting gold foil cards for ourselves. So this will pull up all the blockchain data that's part of that, and then you can generate the pack to go see what should be in it. So it's formulaic. There's a lot of like randomization that's built into the block ID and the previous block ID. But once it's in there, it's deterministic what you're supposed to get. So players can always verify that the system is operating correctly. So anyways, let's go hop into the market. So players are buying and selling these NFTs all the time. And right now, card prices have been kind of going through the roof here. These are some of the standard foil cards. Some of the more expensive ones are in the multiple thousands of dollars. They're kind of all over the place here. But let's go look at that. Let's look at the one I just got. So I got the foil, and it was an untamed. And hopefully my internet isn't cutting out too badly now. And then this one was a rare. So the card that I just got, that was a $45 card. So I bought that pack for $2, and I opened up a $45 card within it. So kudos to me. That was a lucky pull, and totally stoked to have gotten such a nice card. The summoners are really crucial because your team is comprised of a summoner and monsters. So they're usually one summoner, and then there's a whole bunch of monsters. And because you have to use a summoner in every single battle, those tend to be a little bit more desirable. So that was a nice card pull that I just got there. But anyways, so in the market, I can just in like the current edition. So the most expensive card that you can pull out of a card pack right now is the Scarred Llama Mage, and that's a $3,000 card that you could conceivably pull out of a $2 pack. Except that we're sold out of those packs, and now on the secondary market, I think they're trading for like $15 or something. All right, so then I can manage my collection. One of the things about this game is that the way that the cards combine is really like one of the keys to the game. So in the if I go and pull up this Exploding Dwarf, and then I check his stats, in like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, or Hearthstone, if you go and you open up a card, like a pack of cards, there's like 12 cards in there, 3 of them that you want, and 9 of them that are basically like go in your shelf for trash or something. But that's not the case in Splinterlands, because in Splinterlands you have to go combine duplicate cards to make them more powerful. So for this particular card, this is an Exploding Dwarf. I have to combine 505 of them to get it up to max level. And as I do that, the melee attack increases, the speed increases, armor and health stay the same, but I unlock all these new abilities. And each one of these abilities can help me win battles. And as I win more battles, my rank goes up. As my rank goes up, I'm actually able to earn more prizes. So today is a giant day in the Splinterlands ecosystem for 2 reasons. One, this is a final 24 hours before. It's a final 24 hours left in the season, so our seasons are 2 weeks long. So all of our players are going to be fighting and trying to get to the top of the leaderboard because you can get all these loot chests. So my account is in the Champion 2. That's not quite the highest, but it's one of the highest leagues. And when you're in that league, you can get 120 loot chests, and those chests can go have reward cards. Some of them are gold foil reward cards, and there's a whole bunch of loot that you can get as part of that. So if I go to like a top battle, this is one of the higher ranked matches. So let's go watch this real quick. So the game itself, the way that it works is every single match is it's different. So the let me go turn off the sound. So every single match is different, and every single rule set is different. And so the game is an auto battler. So like, you know, you start the match and it will just start playing out for you. Which, you know, to some card players, that's like a little annoying because you want to go like be involved and click every single thing, and this card attacks that and that attacks this. But, you know, the trade-off is that our matches are now only like 3 minutes long. So what happens, you're going to get a rule set, and you're going to know within that rule set what's going on. So here in this rule set, it's Earthquake, which means that non-flying monsters take two damage each round, and Noxious Fumes, which means they're slowly losing health. So we're going to go hit play here. And so that the summoners have abilities, and they are currently buffing the monster.
I think we just
Yeah, we lost him.
Oh,
Yes, I couldn't get the audio through, but
it's becoming the best sport.
yes.
It's still streaming. We can see the game still.
Is
I
my
think
voice
he's
cutting
back.
out?
Yes,
Ah,
it's
there
back.
he is.
He's moving up.
Oh, sorry about
Yes.
that. No,
Don't worry.
I'm trying to balance the volume of the coffee shop with being away from the internet. I don't know. Maybe if I just stand right here, we'll be okay. But now you can
We
see that
okay, yes.
the poison comes through. So I'll speed this up just a little bit, and you know, so now each time the characters are getting a little bit less and less health. But to me, I'm betting that this the one with the this cube here will win because it keeps getting bigger and it keeps healing. But anyways, I can skip to the results here. So it will play out as it plays out. You figure out who wins, and then in our game, you actually win a small amount of cryptocurrency. So this year, that's worth. I forget what that's worth. I don't know. He's probably winning like $1 or $2 every single time that he plays a match. So that's the there's a quest that happens. So if you win enough of your battles, then you can get a quest. So there's daily quests that are part of this. You earn that dark energy crystal or an in-game cryptocurrency every time that you win a match. There's season rewards that are part of it. And then most recently, what we did is we added this entire thing for our governance token, which is called Splinter Shards. And there's a whole white paper around how this works. But we're in like day 2 or day 3 of this. There's an airdrop that's about to happen. And then when that airdrop happens, you know, all of our players will log in. They'll go look at how much currency they get. Currently, there's a year-long airdrop happening for players that own cards. So if you own cards, you can actually get you'll get the Splinter Shards or this governance token as part of that. So some of it comes from how many cards you own. Some of it comes from how much dark energy crystals you own, whether you're supplying that dark energy crystal in a liquidity pool, whether you own some card packs or if you own land, if you have any champion points. Those are if you're in the high league. We have Splinter Talk tokens, and these are this is for blogging if you own some card skins. There's totems, which we gave away when we were selling land, and then titles, in-game titles. So those are all the different ways that the player might get some points towards the airdrop. And, you know, these days, you know, accounts are getting between, like high-level accounts could be getting a couple $1,000s in airdrops every single day. So it's been pretty wild to watch, you know, just all the different ways that you can earn in this game. because one of the other ways that you can earn in this game. So we've given out $280,000 in tournament rewards. Coming up in the next couple of weeks, we're giving out another 7,000 and 700, and we split it up into different tournaments. And the tournaments have different rules. So like this is a bronze level tournament, and then this is a diamond level tournament, and then this is a champion level tournament that uses gold foil cards only. And so it's split up into all these different tournament types, so that you don't have to compete against like the world's toughest opponent. You compete against other people that are around your same card level. So that just helps keep it fair.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a whole bunch of tournaments, and then lastly we have guilds. And in our guilds, there's a bunch of different buildings that are part of this. So you upgrade your buildings, and then that allows you to sort of get into these guild tournaments and guild battles. And so now, not only can you sort of fight individually, but this became a team sport as well. And so all these players are picking their battles. They all have different rules of what the match type is going to be, what level it's going to be. And players have to go coordinate with each other who takes on what opponent. And it's like a whole big brawl too, because we're fighting 8 or 9 different guilds at the same time in this one. So that kind of gives you a good overview of Splinterlands, from opening card packs to fighting battles to participating in tournaments to getting all these different rewards and seeing all the different types of ways that players can engage and trade. And I guess one thing that I forgot to mention is that players can rent cards. So like right now we have 110,000 cards rented, and players that own those cards, if you look at the rental price over the course of a year, would be earning more than $2 million just renting cards out to people that want to play the matches. And so that to me is just like the ultimate passive income, because with like a house, you got to go replace pipes, and you got to replace a roof, and you got to go work with your tenant and all that. All that's a giant pain in the butt. If you just rent out your cards, players come along, nobody can like degrade them, nobody can steal them, there's no pipes to break, or nothing gets frozen in the winter. So it just creates this really cool opportunity to own a digital asset in a game that is growing very, very rapidly, and rent out the cards. So you don't even have to play if you're not that big of a gamer and just want to own the game, or own like a piece of this, or participate but not necessarily play matches every day. Then this is an option. So hopefully that gives you a good sense of the game here.
Yeah, I think that was a brilliant overview. Thank you so much for going through the different features. Somebody was asking whether the game was designed with blockchain integration in mind, or if it was something that you've integrated at a later stage.
When I designed it, I had just made a physical card game, and I put it on Kickstarter. And then when I made my second game, I was like, this is a lot of fun, but I'm never printing this thing again. So I knew it would be digital, but I didn't know it would be blockchain. But when I met my partner, Matt, who is, literally one of the most gifted devs and like really passionate individuals who just care so much about our players and about the game and making sure everything is going well. The two of us got to work and said, all right, how do we turn this all into NFTs? In part because like CryptoKitties had just come out. We were like, okay, well, we need to go step it up from just collections into actual gameplay. And that's where this was born. We stand on the shoulders of CryptoKitties.
And I guess, the different use cases, they could all apply well to blockchain as well. So, yeah. I love to move on to the question part now, because we've been running slightly behind of schedule. So thank you so much, guys, for being with us. But I'd love to hop on the question now, if that's okay with you. So do you see in the chat, Agrid, or shall we have it on screen?
I'll stop sharing my screen so it's not. Yeah, I can't remember what I asked, but I guess my main thing would be, for anybody that's listening live, I would give them an instruction. Go message me in Discord, and if you message me in Discord, I'll give you a free promo code. But I'll only do that for the next hour or so. So if you listen, if you're listening to this later,
That's
then I
a new
won't do it.
game. I love it.
But if you're listening live and it's between now and the end of an hour or so, I'll
So
go hit you.
it's
I'll
7
give you a
minutes
free promo
past
code.
5 p.m.
Yeah.
CET. So I don't know what time is your end, but let's say in an hour and 7 minutes.
Yeah, you get a little under an hour, and if you can respond by that time, the Discord is discord.splinterlands.com. And so
Can
if
we
you
share your account, or is that part
it's
of
just
the
aggroed.
quiz?
It'll be in the top right, and it's aggroed. And if you go message me, I'll shoot you a promo code.
Wonderful.
And
So
I guess I'll limit that too. Like the first 100 people to do this. I don't know how many people are watching, but first 100
wow,
people.
that's very generous.
Yeah.
Well, we like it once.
We like the BGA. You guys are great. So thanks for doing the hard work of getting us all together.
Stick around, because we have one more presentation before the end of this live, and then you'll go ahead and message Agrid on Discord. We have Nadia now, so thank you so much for presenting Splinterlands, and we'll connect on Discord for sure. So Nadia, thank you so much for your patience, and wonderful to have you here at the BGA. So yes, it's your turn to present Utrust. So welcome on stage.
Thank you, and hi everyone. So I'm Nadia from Utrust. I joined around 2 months ago as a senior customer growth, and I'll give you a short overview on how buyers and also our business partners can use our platform. For those who don't know Utrust yet, we are a virtual asset service provider from Portugal, and we help businesses in different industries, such as the gaming industry, to easily accept crypto payments and get paid out in fiat or in a stable currency. And gamers can obviously also use our solution. So for example, if they want to purchase some game tokens. And I would just go straight into sharing my screen. Let me just see, it should be this one. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we see it. Thanks,
okay,
Nadia.
perfect. So I would like to start by just showing you how you as a buyer, how you could use Utrust by paying with cryptocurrency. So let's say we want to purchase this beautiful hoodie from Utrust. So we would just put it here, add the color blue, want to purchase it in size S. And then we basically proceed to the checkout and place the order. And now we would be already redirected to our payment checkout widget, where the buyer can see all the cryptocurrencies he could pay with. Currently, we support Bitcoin, Ethereum, our Utrust token, USDT, and also Dash. And here on top, there is always the overview that we lock the rates for 50 minutes. And here the buyer could see how much of the time is actually left to complete the payment. And here on the side, there is a short summary for them to see, okay, what is the total value that I'm going to pay? And very important here also for the question later, as you can see, we have here displayed euro as currency, and our merchants, our business partners can choose between 35 different fiat currencies that they could display here in the payment checkout widget. And now let's say the buyer would like to pay with Ethereum today. So we would be redirected to this page where he can here see the exchange rates. And now all he has to do is basically copy the address and complete the payment. Or if the wallet allows this, he can also just scan the QR code and then complete the payment. And what is pretty cool about Utrust, we are wallet agnostic. So basically it doesn't matter which wallet you as a buyer you're using. We don't want to limit you here. And so once the payment is completed, we would automatically redirect the buyer to the merchant's homepage so he can just continue shopping or whatever he was doing before. And in case he cancels the order, he would just receive the short message and an email in case there was any payment done before, so that we have an instruction on how we can refund him. And that was basically everything on how you as a buyer can pay with Utrust. Now we'll just quickly go to our merchants dashboard so you can also see that side from a business perspective. So it's very easy. Our merchants can see basically everything on the first page, everything that is going on currently. They have a great overview of their orders, and they can also filter them by the status. For example, If they want to check out the paid orders or the refunded ones, they can also filter it by the time frame. They can also see all the settlements. So for example, if they want to see how much money did I actually made in May, so they could easily check it here and also see when it was transferred. And as I mentioned, we also offer an invoice solution. This is more for merchants, for example, in industries such as real estate, since for them, it's more, or it's not really common to have an online checkout widget if you want to purchase a house for 500K. So we have this feature here for them. They can also filter it by the status, if it was canceled, if it's, for example, still pending. So the merchant knows, okay, I should reach out to this customer again. And now we can also create easily an invoice here through the dashboard. Basically, all the merchant would need is the contact details from the customer. Here he would need to place the country the customer is based in. So let's say, since we're in Portugal, we're going to place Portugal here. And as I mentioned before, our merchants can choose between 35 different fiat currencies to place in the checkout widget. The same they can do here when creating an invoice. And I would say, since we are in Portugal, we'll take our local currency, which is euro. The amount, let's say 10 euro. And as a description, we would just place invoice. So now we can easily generate the invoice, just double check if all the information are correct, and then basically send it out, and the customer would receive an email where he would be redirected again to the payment checkout widget that we've seen before. I hope I gave you a great overview on how you can use our solution. I hope everything was clear. Hello?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was very interesting to see what the flow is and all the different options and things you can do. So thank you so much, Nadia, for
You're welcome.
the overview. Great. I don't see any question about the project, so I think we're good to maybe move on to the question. So, oh, hang on. Actually, there's a question. Will Utrust have an API, sorry, to include in it in any website?
So for this probably related to the integrations, yes. So it's very, very easy. We also have a document where everything is explained. That it's not really difficult for merchants to have an e-commerce platform. We have several plugins, so they don't really need to have any experience in blockchain or using cryptocurrency. So yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for answering that. Cool. So I think we are now on to the quiz part. So Nadia, if you let us know what the question is and the price.
Yeah, so if you listen to the presentation, the question is, how many fiat currencies can we currently display in our payment checkout widget? And we have a pretty cool price. We have a 50 euro voucher with Game Gear that you could get.
So, all right. So everyone, here's the question showed on screen by Louise, and we'll take about 60 seconds for you to provide us with a correct answer that Nadia will randomly select among the people watching this live stream. So good luck, everyone. And Nadia, if there's any news or upcoming events that you want to share with us within this time, then you're good to let us know now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, since we're a service provider, we always try to see good cryptocurrencies that we could add to the checkout widget, also for the customers, so they are even more open to pay with us. And besides that, we also have that feature now of reverse staking. Basically, we reward the users for using their digital currency instead of just holding them.
Super. I was just pushing on the audience to give us the correct answer. I see a few numbers there. I don't know if any of those are correct, but I'll play a jingle and then we'll pick on the winner.
Amazing.
Here we go. Do you see any right ones so far?
Yes,
more
I see.
coming through.
I see one. Can I just announce the name?
Of course, go ahead.
Perfect. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's Echiang with 35 as an answer.
Okay. I love that it's got a question mark. Like, was that 35? But congratulations to you. So you win the prize. Let me check again. It's 50 euros voucher in Game Gear B. So congratulations again. So to claim your prize and get in touch with Nadia, just drop me an email and I will put you guys in touch. I'm just sharing my email again, which is serena@theblockchaingamealliance.org. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank every single one of you for being here with us on a very hot summer day. From the BGA, Louise and Sebastian, again, thank you so much for presenting your projects and best of luck with any upcoming news and projects you have on the schedule. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very
all.
much. Thank you all.
Thank you, and congrats
Bye.
again to all the winners. So we'll be in touch with you guys. So stay tuned for more events at the BGA. Thanks again, everyone. Enjoy your
Thank
summer.
you.
Soon.
See you next
Have a good
week.
weekend.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye.